Hello, fourth graders. I know it's a Saturday, and I said I wouldn't record on a Saturday, but today is a very special day. This one is for you, Charlie. Today is Pie Day, which is a fan favorite in our fourth grade family. So I couldn't let the day go by without celebrating pie. So here we go.
And now, ASAP Science presents 100 Digits of Pi. 3.14159, this is pi, followed by 2653589, circumference over diameter 79, then 323, OMG, can't you see? 8462643, and now we're on a spree. 38 and 32, now we're blue.
All right, so I know that all of you, or almost all of you, know the song, and I've heard it in our classroom. But do you really know what is pi? It's 3.14, Miss Denon, continues with the song. Well, pi is more than just 3.14, etc., etc., etc. Despite you all singing it over and over in our class, I have yet to learn those 100 digits that you all know. But today, I'd like to teach you what really is pi in math and why does it even exist. So, you know pi as 3.14 with all those digits following the 4, and you also know the word pi, P-I. Pi is the 16th letter of the Greek alphabet, and it's written like this in the Greek alphabet. That's pi. It represents a mathematical constant, 3.14. So you're asking, what is that? Well, 3.14 is an irrational number. So a rational number would be like 2.12. And if I said, hey, can you write that as a fraction? You'd say, absolutely. That is a mixed number. It's 3 and 12 hundredths. Easy. You just wrote that decimal as a mixed number. We learned that in one of our math units. But pi is irrational. It doesn't act like those other decimals. That's because after that 4, it goes on and on and on forever. You can't write it as a fraction. It's an infinite decimal, meaning it goes on and on and on for infinity. And that's why that song goes on and on and on. Well, pi is actually a ratio of the circumference of a circle to the diameter of a circle. So we know circumference as the distance around a circle. So let's see how perfect I can draw a circle. Let's pretend that's a perfect circle, okay? The circumference, if you remember that book we read about circumference. Circumference is the distance it takes to get around the circle. And pi is circumference divided by diameter. And diameter is the distance from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle. So from here through the center point of the circle to the other side. That's the diameter. So circumference divided by diameter will give you pi. So pi equals circumference divided by diameter. And you might also see that written like this. Pi equals circumference divided by diameter. Now, if you don't know the circumference of a circle, you can also use pi to find the circumference. So you can do pi times diameter to find the circumference. So you can find the circumference, the distance around a circle, by multiplying the diameter of that circle times pi. Now, pi has been known for about 4,000 years. Yes, that's 4 followed by 3 zeros. 4,000 years. It was discovered by the ancient Babylonians. They have found, they being archaeologists and people who look for this stuff, have found pi inscribed on tablets, and a tablet is a rock, and inscriptions are etched into the rock, and they found similar numbers to pi. They've also found ancient Egyptian papyrus scrolls that had pi written on them. And there's even a Bible verse that refers to pi in the King James Version of the Bible. If you're interested in looking it up, it's 1 Kings chapter 7, verse 23. And they talk about a building where they reference pi. Now, it's important to note here that pi stays constant no matter the size of a circle. So you might have a circle this size, and pi is still 3.14, etc., etc., etc. You might have a circle this size, and it's still 3.14 infinity digits. You can sing it. You can feel free to sing it after this video. A famous mathematician, actually one of the greatest mathematicians of all times, Archimedes of Syracuse, who lived between the years of 287 and 212 BC. We're in the AD times now, so that's a long time ago. He was one of the greatest mathematicians, and he actually did the first calculations of pi. That's Archimedes. And he did a lot with the Pythagorean theorem and trying to find the area of different polygons. You know how to do that for squares and rectangles. Well, that's all I have for you for Pi Day. I hope that you're excited to go teach someone about what pi really is. It's not just 3.14, etc., etc. It's actually a measurement. It's a mathematical constant that can help us understand circles better. So pi equals circumference, the distance around a circle, divided by the diameter. Thanks for tuning in. Go teach someone about pi.